Dance. Good girl. Hello everybody and welcome to the Sovereign Village Project. So, we have some really nasty, disgusting, horrible thorns right here. These are about the biggest thorns I've seen on this property. And to most, they would see that and see a weed. And right now, as I define a weed, it is a weed, because for me a weed has nothing to do with what the species is. A weed is something that's a plant where I don't want there to be a plant. And in this case, I do not want this to be here, because what we're doing is we're building a game processing or meat processing spot right here. We're putting a board across these trees. It's in kind of a convenient location for processing game. There's water nearby to clean the animal with. So it's a good spot, but these are obviously going to be in the way. This is right where I'm going to be walking through, and I don't want to get stabbed by that. So it needs to go. But just because it's a weed right now doesn't mean that it's not a useful plant elsewhere. And in this case, it actually is. I'm mimicking an idea from a guy named David the Good. He's a content creator here on YouTube regarding gardening stuff. Super experienced guy. He's got a lot of experience in videos that are relevant to the Southeast, so I really enjoy his content. But one of his more fun ideas from his channel was a death hedge. And that was essentially a hedge that you're planting around a bear where you're trying to prevent access to your property, whether that's access from, human trespassers or deer or predators that might hurt your flock or anything like that, or wild dogs or anything like that. And so I love that idea of having a hedge that's not only providing natural protection as well as privacy, but also could be providing useful things. And so for our death hedge here experiment on this 5-acre site, we're going to be using blackberries. We're going to be using a lot of thorn varieties. We're going to be using just regular thorns like this, green briar, and there's a lot of native stuff that will do well. And then we'll also be incorporating nitrogen fixers such as honey locust, which have big thorns on them, and then evergreens in between, edible evergreens such as cedar and white pine. So anyway, the whole point is I came across these really horrific looking spines here, thorns, and so instead of just removing this to a brush pile, I have to move this somewhere. I can't leave this on the ground. Holly back there, she actually stepped on one earlier and it hurt her paw, so these need to be dealt with. I can't just leave them here. I need to go put them somewhere. So if I have to make that effort, I might as well just chop them into a few pieces, into cuttings, and go stick them in the ground and see if they grow. So that's kind of just how I'm going to informally start this death hedge project, which it will be a series that I'll definitely follow here on the channel. So just remember, everything has a use, pretty much. I haven't found anything on this property that doesn't have a use yet. So hope y'all are finding ways to incorporate every bit of nature around you into your homestead. All right, everybody, in the meantime, stay safe, be well, and happy homesteading.